Hello, everyone. Dr. Albert will be joining us soon. Hello. Hello, sir.
Hello, madam. Good evening.
Good evening, sir. Good to see you. How are you doing?
Fine, ma'am. Fine.
Great. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us today.
Okay.
Sorry for the technical issues that have caused.
Okay.
So, dear attendees, here we have Dr. Albert Alexander. So, he is an associate professor of electrical and electronics engineering from Congo Engineering College, Tamil Nadu, India. Dr. Albert is a postdoctoral research fellow from Northeastern University, Boston, USA. He's also a recipient of prestigious Raman Research Fellowship from the University Grants Commission from Government of India. He has 13 years of academic and research experience, and he has also published 30 technical papers in international and national journals, all reputed journals, and presented almost more than 23 papers at international as well as national conferences also. Dr. Albert has completed 4 Government of India funded projects and 1 multilateral project also. Currently, he is under a project, and as of now, he has almost done Indian rupees of 86 lakhs project. He's a PhD work. He's doing a PhD work on power quality. He has early done, and which has fetched him a national award from ISTE, and he has also received 23 awards for his meritorious academic and research areas. It's such an honor to have you, sir, here.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Whether I am audible?
Yes, you're absolutely audible.
Okay, fine. Can you able to see my presentation?
Yes. Can you put it on the presentation, sir?
Okay, fine. Can I turn off my video?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, because it will consume more amount of bandwidth. Okay. So
okay.
Now I'm moving on to the print screen mode. Okay. So once again, good evening to all the participants who came all the way over here to attend this webinar. If my voice is not audible, and if you feel, so my voice is not audible or my voice is breaking, you can directly chat in the chat box. Okay. So now we are going to start this presentation, and I hope this presentation will help you for making your publications in a quite good reputed journals. Okay. So obviously, whenever in this present era, whenever we see the most of the peoples are keen on publishing the papers. Okay. So some people are telling that I am not audible. Not audible.
Yes, I can tell you.
Okay. So some are telling that not audible. And Syed sir is asking about what is the topic of this session. Okay. So this topic is completely, is a interdisciplinary and multidisciplinary in nature. Surely you will enjoy this session. Okay. And some are telling that it is low audio. I'll keep my full audio 100%. Sir, please check your internet, please. Okay. So now we are going to see about this particular thing. So the objective of this particular presentation is, at the end of this presentation, I'm going to expect the participants to have a research orientation, and they should have some confidence on publishing in the referred journals, and then interdisciplinary nature, and also writing proposals, which is the first step for writing a research paper. So with this perspective, here the learning outcomes, because many participants are asking about what is the outcome of this particular webinar. Okay, so the outcome, what I expect is understand about research, interdisciplinary research, and good research, and formulating the report like that. Okay, so I can challenge everyone, okay, who are participating over here. I can challenge everyone that, at the end of this publication, at the end of this presentation, I can challenge that everybody can able to publish papers in the Scopus, okay, or publish a paper in their domain or SCI or Web of Science journals. And many people will be asking, how many journals can a human being can publish in 1 year? Okay, how many papers a human being can publish in 1 year? It depends upon the individual. I can suggest that, if you are really interested, each and every day can able to bring a Scopus paper. Each and every day you can able to bring a Scopus paper. So that is my objective, to make everyone to publish a Scopus paper in every day. So that is my objective. So here in this presentation, we are going to see about the various nuances in publishing a paper. So the activity on my presentation will be on lecturing mode and on research publishing. I'm going to give some working exercise and case study. And finally, the assessment of this particular presentation will be on feedback, and you can write a research article and finally deal with the research proposal. With this introduction, this is a small introduction. Okay, so I hope this introduction is only to test my audio and video and PPT. Okay, so I hope everything is going on right. Okay, now I am going to the F5 mode, that is a print full screen mode. At that full screen mode, I cannot able to see the chat box. Okay, so if anything is there, you can able to communicate. Now I'm moving on to the full screen mode. Okay, here you can able to see my full screen mode. So here we are straight away moving on to the topics we are going to deliver for this 1 hour lecture. So first we are going to see about the research, how to select a journal. Okay, that is the foremost thing. How to select a journal, how to structure of a paper, and what are the various issues that will come in publishing a paper. How to make use of the tools, available tools, not purchase tools, with available tools, how to improve the quality of the paper, and more specifically, how to avoid plagiarism. Because whenever you submit a paper to any kind of journals, it is being rejected, okay, because of plagiarism. So how to overcome this plagiarism, and we are going to see some sample exercises, and finally we are going to conclude. I assure that I'm not going to repeat the same topics taken by the earlier speaker. Okay, so if I was repeating the same, I hope, because I have not attended the earlier speaker's session, so I hope I will not repeat the same. Even if I am repeating, it will be in my perspective in a different case. As according to the saying of Albert Einstein, he says that if you cannot explain very simply, it means that you never understood it well. So in a paper, we should not think that we have to explain it a very, very big paragraphs, very, very big words like that. Explain very simply. Okay. So this is the normal case from the place how you are writing a paper and how you are going to write a paper. These are the different peoples standing in the roadside, okay, who are welcoming our paper. We have to cross all these hurdles. We have to all these hurdles, and finally we want to make our paper to get accepted. Who are the hurdles? It is not a hurdle. It is just to improve our paper quality. One thing I want to remind you, that if you are publishing a paper in 2020, that paper should have the impact even on 2050. You should be very proudly carrying out your paper throughout your lifetime, that I published this paper. It does not mean that how many papers you are publishing. It means that how you are publishing a paper that creates a very big impact on the research community. That's what we require. Because many people are telling that, sir, I am having 500 Scopus. I have published 24 patents. What is the outcome? If there is no outcome, there is no use of doing all such things. If you are having 500 Scopus, using the Scopus, if you get a research grant, and if you are getting a travel grant, if you are establishing a laboratory, or if you are establishing a laboratory in your rural area, that is the real outcome. Without the outcome, you're simply telling that I publishing 500 papers. What's the use? And some people, they will tell you, sir, I published 25 patents. What is the outcome? Using this patent, are you become an entrepreneur? Using this patent, have you started your own company? Using this patent, have you made any impact in the society? Nothing. Just you're paying the money, getting the patent. Paying the money, making the paper to get published. What is the use? So here I'm going to explain about outcome-based research. Using your research, how you can able to earn in the future. Many people will be telling that, sir, I am in a teaching community. Okay, other than the money, what I'm getting as a salary, how to earn? You can earn from the publications. If you have notable publications, your level will be elevated. Level means not telling that assistant professor, associate professor, professor, senior, not that kind of elevation. Elevation in terms of your profile, elevation in terms of your reputation, elevation in terms of your skills. That's what the requirement of this present world. Okay, it does not mean that number of manpower. It requires the manpower with better skill. That is the objective. So with this objective, we can able to see what are the process involved in publishing a paper. See, as an author, okay, so might be we are having some enough participants, more than 300 plus or 500 plus in our gathering. Some of the people will be in the editorial board or some of them in the reviewer board. So I have been in all the three cases. I have been also serving as an editor in one of the Scopus journal. Okay, and I'm a reviewer for even IEEE and IET transaction papers. As an author, we are submitting the paper. That's all. After submitting the paper, it goes through various process. First and foremost decision check is whether you are meeting the basic requirements. What are the basic requirements? Whether your paper is of less plagiarism, whether your paper is consisting of very less plagiarism, or whether your paper is of having a pleasing appearance, whether your paper is of pleasing appearance, and whether the paper is serving the teaching or research community, or whether your paper is having some novelty, or whether your paper in wordings and English usage is very clear. These are the basic requirements. So before submitting a paper, we have to check the plagiarism, we have to check the quality, we have to check the novelty. Even though if your paper does not have novelty, your paper is a very, very old phenomenal or old principle based work, you can able to improve the quality of the paper by packaging. What is meant by packaging? Packaging refers to, that is, whenever we are going out from our house, we used to see the mirror. After seeing the mirror, we used to put some powder, we used to put some cream, we used to comb our hair. That is packaging ourselves. Nobody is going out after washing their face. They apply so many creams. Similarly, whenever you are letting your paper to go out of your office, you please package your paper. That is the basic requirements. Once the basic requirement is not met, it is going to the reject button, the red color button. And while whenever you are having all the basic requirements are met, it is going to the reviewers. Normally, reviewers are the pathetic people. Okay, because some reviewers will take the assignment very clearly, very dedicatively, and very, very very dedication manner. Okay, so they will get the paper. They will first and foremost check the title in the google.com, whether your title coincides with other papers. So whenever you are publishing a paper, first before giving the name for your paper, check whether the name coincides with the other people. Those were published earlier, because we may give some title and some other people also giving the same title. It means that there comes the conflict of interest. So initially your paper will be get rejected, and then some reviewers will take a minimum time and some maybe take more number of time. As an editor, we used to send so much of reminders, so much of request to the reviewers to get the reviewer comments, because some people will use the same comments for all the papers. That is, your paper is not novelty, your English is very poor, and you are not done the experimental results, your picture quality is very poor. Some 5 conventional words for all the papers. But when you see some other reviewers, they will check each and every line of your paper. That is, you have missed and you missed your full stop. This way of representing result is wrong. You are technical, because we want the person who want to correct our paper in 2 ways. One is basic English, second one is technical. So technical correction should be of 70%, whereas the normal English correction is of 30%. Because of various countries and developing countries, the usage of English is not their mother tongue. So their English will be very poor, but technically they will be very sound. But we have to travel in the both the ship, that is technical as well as in the English communication. So some reviewers will be take very less time, and they will give the reviewer comments, and this editor will collect the reviewer recommendation and make a decision. If the reviewers are giving the good comments, the paper will go to the accept stage. If not, it will be going to the revision stage, either the minor revision or major revision. So we want to select the journal which goes through all these processes. Okay. So unlike not submitting the paper and accepting the paper, it has to go through all the papers. Reviewer comments are not a degrading or a discouraging factor. It is helpful for improving the quality of your paper. Just you should think that reviewers are not enemies. They are only a facilitators to working to improve the quality of our paper. Because in later stage, whenever you're going to attend some interviews, some promotion interviews or API like that, some appraisal forms, and you're taking and showing your paper. So this is a paper I published in a reputed journal, and the selection committee, they are seeing your paper and they're finding a very blunder mistake. That is, you're not able to apply a basic Ohm's law in your paper. That means your reputation will fail, because your paper is going throughout the world, because your paper will be read by various types of audience. That will improve your paper, because certain people, they spoiled their name only because of their publications. Only because of their publications, they spoiled their name. Even though they have very good reputation, very good profile, but they spoiled their name only because of this kind of publication. So we should be very care in order to handling the manuscripts. Why publishing? Why we will not to? Why it is required to publish? Because publishing is a part of our academic and research life. We are just sharing our knowledge, and even for our career promotion or progression, this paper and grant applications plays a vital role. Because earlier, whenever you see a person working as a driver in a transport bus, if 2 drivers are meeting together, they will talk about how about your route, how about the maintenance of your bus. If 2 doctors working in the hospital, they are meeting together, they will speak about their medicine, the improvement in COVID-19 or corona, like that. But whenever a research people, the 2 peoples are meeting together, they are not talking about what is your academic, what is your subject you're handling. The first question they're asking is how many papers you are published in the academic year. How much is your H index? How much is your citations? How much is your Google Scopus H index? How much is your citations? That is the question. Because that is the level to measure each and every one. So we have to fix a target. I request the participants, we have to fix a target, that is from the month of June to next to 2021 June, we have to keep in our mind that at least we have to publish 5 Scopus papers, 5 SCI papers, okay, filing 1 patent, improving my H index to 2, improving my citations to 25, like that. We have to fix the target. Each and every year we have to pile up, increase. This year I published 5 Scopus. Second year I have to increase my Scopus publications, like that. So if you are telling that we don't have content, we don't have students to work with, don't worry. My presentation will give you that you may or may not depend on your research scholars or students. You can take the pride in your hand where you can write a paper of your own. I will explain with various exercises in this presentation where you will get interested. So this publication will become the esteem to you and also to your research group, for your department, for your institution. We have to work for our institution. On this publication will help you to travel all over the world, because nobody will select you as a postdoctoral. Nobody will be selecting you as a research associate until you show some performance in terms of your research articles. Without research articles, nobody will take you as a research associate, as a postdoctoral fellowship with the stipend. So we should be very, very careful. What to publish, what not to publish. We have to publish some original results. We can publish some reviews or summaries. We have to publish some having some scientific improvement. These are the aspects we need to publish. What not to publish, which is not having any scientific interest. Even you can publish the paper which does not have scientific interest, but if you are having some packaging, you can able to work with. And some out-of-date work, okay, incomplete results and duplications of your previous or anything, that is plagiarized papers. So these things we have to avoid. So this shows that what to publish and what not to publish. Now, for research, how to choose a topic. Okay, so for your research, choose the topic, okay, that is quite narrower. Okay, for an example, if you're taking the title as broad, okay, in this broad topic means power quality means it's a broad topic. That is what the electrical supply you're getting in your house. It's a very, very broad topic. Okay, a very much broad topic. But you have to take it a narrow topic. In power quality, what you are going to do. For an example, if you are working with a machine learning is a broad topic. In narrow topic only you have to take. In machine learning, what you are going to do. That is the way how we are going to choose a topic. Not a broader one, you have to take a narrow one. That will be easier work. That will be simplify your work. And next one is originality of your work. So you should have some originality. You are not going to discover a new thing. You are not going to invent a new thing. But some performance improvement. Earlier paper, if they are given the efficiency of 70%, in your paper, you improve the efficiency to 75 to 76%. Some improvement. And then we have to choose a topic that is having some thrust area that is required for the society. Okay, this is the way. Society means you can either take the topic which has the application for energy, application in agriculture, application in defense, application in water management, application in rural development, application in the child improvement, like that, application in health science, etc. So research without giving any outcome to the society, that research is waste. Okay. We have to have some impact or some application to the society. Now we have to select a topic as an individual, because if you're having some 500 participants over here means we have to select the topic. Okay, we should not select the topic based upon what he says, what she says, what your faculty says, what your supervisor says. Nobody can suppress or nobody can force you to take a topic. Okay, it is just like a marriage. Nobody can force you to marry a girl whom you do not like her. Okay, similarly, while taking a topic, you should have at least a basic previous knowledge. At least you should know some basics of that particular thing. For an example, if you are taking a topic on machine learning, you should know about some basics about machine learning. You should have some content in your hand. And also you should answer the questions like why I choose this topic, who are all have already taken this particular topic, what is the application of this particular topic, where the topic is applied, when the paper is, when onwards this machine learning is applied, like that. So you should select the topic not forcibly from your bottom of your heart. Forcing topic selection will not lead to a good research. So this is the sample research survey. Before you are writing a paper, you have to make a very extensive survey of the paper. Okay? Extensive survey you should take in your thing. This is the sample survey I'm taking. You can take any number of papers. You cannot limit how many papers you're taking for survey. Even some papers have written the review papers where they have taken 600 papers for review, 1,800 papers for review. So as a group, we can able to combine together and we can able to make a survey. While making a survey, some papers will be very easy to read. Some paper will be very interesting to read. Some paper, whenever you take in your hand, you'll get sleep. Some paper, whenever you take, it will having so much of derivation, so much of equations that may make you to get embarrassed, that may be able to take why I taken this research. See, this paper consisting of so many equations like that. So what you have to do, you have to prepare a template. As I shown in my slide, you have to take the authors, what the method they applied. No need to write all the things about the paper. Just the inference. Just the inference. What work they have done, what result they have obtained, what is the advantage of their work, what is the disadvantage of their work. Only 4 inference you have to take. What method they adopted, okay, how they adopted, what is the result, what are the advantages and disadvantages of the paper. That's all the inference. While taking the inference, you record the inference. We should record the inference because the paper which you are studying today, you may forget about the concepts after 1 week. It's a normal human behavior. Nobody can store all the data in our mind after reading some 500 or 600 papers. We have to record the data. Either you can record by writing in a notebook, or else you can record in a case like, either you can record by means of some system or typing the things. Either in any one medium, we have to record this particular thing. So what are the aspects of writing a paper? That is contents, language, figures, literature, choosing a journal, first draft. Normally, whenever you're writing a paper, we are submitting the paper as a first draft. No, after writing the first draft, you go for language correction. Then only we have to submit the paper. So for this, many people, if your period of PhD or if your period of your masters is for 6 years, what many people are doing, for 5 years, they are working for PhD. At the end of 6th year only, they're starting to apply for Germans. That is very bad. Okay, if you're writing a paper on the 6th year, your PhD will go for extension, and your supervisor may not allow you to submit the thesis. So what we have to do, while doing your PhD, at the end of 2nd year or the starting of 3rd year, you have to start writing your papers. If your master's duration of project is 6 months, for 3 months, within 3 months, try to complete your work. Because many people, what they will do, 3 months, they will do literature survey. 4th month, they will go for simulation. 5th month, they will go for hardware. And 6th month, they will do for the paperwork. Within 1 month, within their urgency, within their critical deadlines to submit the thesis, they will write. That's the reason we have so many mistakes in the paper. So within 3 months, try to complete all the work. And remaining 3 months, you dedicate yourself to writing. A good writing of the journal is rewriting the paper. We have to keep on write. We should not satisfy about our paper. Even if you are submitting the paper to the journal, while they are sending the proof, even after getting the proof, you should not satisfy. You should not satisfy until you shape the paper in a good thing. How to start writing a paper? For an example, you don't know, you don't have any work in your hand, okay, but you want to write a paper of your own. First and foremost is create an outline. What I'm going to write a paper, okay. For an example, the participants, those are not from engineering, they are from the different domains. I will explain you to write a paper in just preparing a dosa. Because dosa is an Indian food made with the help of flour. Okay, It's an Indian food. For an example, with the help of dosa, you are going to write a paper. Okay? Because you don't have any simulation, you don't have any experimental results. Now you are going to write a paper, okay, on preparation of dosa. So first paper, you make an outline. Okay. So in the outline, you have to fix what are the areas you have to cover in the dosa preparation. So for preparing the dosa, we need the flour and we need the vessel and we need the content to be a normal and we need the stove, we need the gas cylinder and we need the pan and we need the spoon to turn up and down like that. So this is the outline you are framing in making a dosa. Similarly, you should make a paper. What is the general outline of my paper? Okay. And next you have to list out the key ideas and organize the paper. What you're going to say, what are the arguments, and finally express in a good language. So your scientific paper should be only two aspects. One is clear and next it should solve some important issue. Now the types of paper are three types. One is on invention paper. Normally, presently, many people, those are inventing the paper. Okay, they're directly going on to the patent. Mostly our paper comes across in the other two types. One is the progress paper and another one is a survey paper. Survey paper means literature survey paper. For the same dosa making, if you want to write a survey paper, how to write a survey paper for preparation of dosa making? You collect all the papers that deals with dosa making, or any dosa or idli or food or rice or chapati or roti, whatever the food that is of your interest, let me writing a paper on the making of dosa or chapati. You collect all the papers. How to collect a paper? For your example, if you are writing a paper in 2020, you try to collect the paper for the past 5 years, not very old paper, past 5 years. More specifically, the papers published in 2020. You are collecting the papers. How many papers to be get collected? It depends upon you. It depends upon individual. Minimum, you can collect some 100 papers. Now you segregate all the papers depending upon the different types of dosa. Because dosa has various types. Onion dosa, plain dosa, uttapam dosa, like that. So many types are there. You segregate as a various types of papers falling in the various category. Now, you fix one performance parameter for your paper. What is performance parameter? Performance parameter may be efficiency, maybe your profit and loss, maybe your harmonics, something like that in engineering. But while preparing for dosa or chapati, the performance parameter may be what is the time taken to do the task. Either time or either taste or either the money required for preparation, any one performance parameter or group of performance parameter. You take one paper that deals with onion dosa. Okay, for this onion dosa, you check it out, what is the time required to prepare onion dosa, what is the taste, and what is the amount required for this particular thing. You prepare a table for that. Similarly, you go for all the other kind of dosa materials, and finally you give the conclusion that on reviewing all the different types of dosa, this particular dosa as making the consumption of time is very less and the taste is very good, and then the material required for preparation of this dosa is also very less. So you can able to conclude the paper like that. This is the way of writing a paper. For those people who feel that, sir, I don't have any work. For an example, for presently we are all facing the problem of corona. Even with the help of corona, you can write a paper. You just collect all the papers which deals with corona. Okay, and all the measures are intelligent machine learning methods which deals with corona. You can write a review paper. And finally, you can able to conclude the paper, or without conclusion, you can able to give your suggestions for tackling the corona case. And even not corona, not dosa making. The third case is if your son is watching the movie, only the cartoon channels, okay, like Chin Chan or Chota Bheem or any channels. Based upon that also, you can able to write a review paper. What is the behavior of your kids on watching these kind of cartoon channels? Collect the papers, write a review paper. So it does not mean that you should work for some time, you should have some results. If you have results and if you have simulation and experiment, well and good. But if you don't have anything, you please make sure that any general concept also you can write a paper. Okay. Similarly, okay, it does not mean that the paper should comprises of 6 pages or 8 pages. Even a paper of less than 2 pages also you can able to publish. It does not mean that how many papers you are writing. It means that within 2 pages, how you are focusing all your thing. For writing a 2 pages, it will not take more time. You can able to write the paper very fast. So this is the case for survey paper. Progress paper means, progress paper, it is a typical paper what you are telling. The same dosa example. You take all the dosa, what has been prepared, you are proposing a new dosa. You are proposing a new dosa. Okay, on proposing the new dosa, okay, you measure the parameters. Okay, that is in the introduction chapter, you are giving what are the different types of dosa available, and the proposed methodology, you are giving your own dosa material. Okay, after giving your own proposed method, you have to compare your dosa with all the other dosa available in the existing literature, and finally you are concluding that your dosa is better when compared to other dosa or chapati. Like that. This is called the progress paper. So you should understand that, don't worry, you don't have simulation, you don't have experimental results. Only one thing is required for writing a paper. That is the interest. That is the interest. Making use of the interest, we can able to write the things. Okay. So now we can able to understand that there are so many methodologies being available to write a paper. And next one, how much the length of the manuscript will be. Manuscript can be more than 25 to 30 pages. You can write. Last month I published a paper which is more than 30 pages. Okay. But some papers like letters or short communications where they accept the paper less than 2 pages. Okay. Just using some few words and some few illustrations you can able to write. While writing the paper, the first one is the title. As I already mentioned you, how to choose a title for your research. Now I am telling you how to choose a title for your manuscript. While choosing a title for your manuscript, you have to choose a title which was not used by others. Which was not used by others. So for that, you have to search with the Google page that your title is not coincides with other titles. Okay, so while giving the titles, your title should be very catchy. As like giving a name or coining a name to a kid, a newborn kid, you have to give a title, because we have so much of references, so much of optimizations to give a title. While seeing the title itself, many people will come and see your paper. See, one small example I'm giving you. I wrote a paper on design of inverter. The normal inverter, what is available in our house. Do you know what the title I have given? Development of high performance inverter suitable for Indian subcontinent. You can ask a question. Why you have used the word India, subcontinent and all like that? Some catchy title. Article should be cited by others. Our article should be taken as reference by others. If not publishing and then putting in your profile, not. That is not a right procedure. Our paper should be floated throughout the world. Throughout, every person should be taking across our paper. Then only we can understand that we made some research. While writing the abstract, it should be a 1 paragraph. And as I said, abstract means, for an example, same dosa making exercise, you have to give the title. How will you give the catchy title for dosa making? Okay, so development of optimal dosa suitable for Western countries or suitable for Eastern countries. Title is ready. Now in your abstract, what to give in your abstract? First two lines of your abstract tell about the importance of dosa. Other 2 lines, next 2 lines, what are the problems in the dosa making? Other next 2 lines, you tell about what are the present methods for dosa making. And fourth 2 lines, you give about the drawbacks of the present dosa making. And the fifth 2 lines, you give about your proposed methodology. And sixth two lines, you give about what is the advantage of your dosa making. So you written 250 words and writing an abstract. So your abstract should comprises of what work you are doing, for 2 lines. Okay, what are the present works for 2 lines? What are the drawbacks of the works for your 2 lines? And what is your proposed work for your 2 lines? What is the advantage of your proposed work for 2 lines? And finally, what is the salient results in 2 lines? So you completed the abstract. Next one, we are going to see about the introduction. As I said, for introduction, you collect some few papers. For a full length paper, we are collecting some 15 references. So you have to collect some 15 references of recent papers, and you're writing about dosa. That is, what are the various dosa taken by the various peoples, and what are the advantages of their dosa making? What are their dosa making? What you are going to coin. Okay, so that is all introduction. That is about from 1.5 to 2 pages. And next one, methods. So in this method, you are giving about your proposed method. Okay, you have to tell about your method of preparing dosa. You have to draw the diagram of your algorithm, and you have to write the methodology of your dosa making, and you have to give the step-by-step procedure of your dosa making in the methods. That will go for 2 to 4 pages, like you're using your algorithm and flow chart and everything. And after that, some 2 to 4 pages or maximum of 10 to 12 pages, you can write on results. Results means, what the results obtained by each and every interval of time. So what is the various types of dosa you are making? Those results you can able to showcase in the results column, and you can able to discussion. Many people are leaving this discussion, are not writing this discussion part. They have to discuss how your dosa is superior than other dosa which has been available in the market. How your dosa is very much superior than that of the thing. How will you compare the dosa? What are the merits and demerits of your dosa? Like that. Finally, you are going to get conclusion. In the conclusion part, you are going to write, on seeing the so many literatures above the present works, there comes some few shortcomings in the present dosa making. So we are proposing the innovative way of dosa making, and we got some few results, and these results can be done. And future work, you have to give some future work. So in the future work, the people can able to do with some other different kind of recipes of dosa. Finally, you conclude your paper. Okay. So, finally, you can able to conclude your paper. That is, you have made a conclusion. So tape figures, you can go to the maximum of 6 to 8 figures, or the tables, 1 to 3 pages of tables, and the references. IEEE says you can able to refer a minimum of 10 pages, or 15 references, and you can able to take a maximum of 50 references as well. So this is the essential steps of our paper. As I already mentioned you, title, it should be very concise, abstract, summarize the element. Many people will tell, write the abstract at the end. Okay, it is about your choice. You are writing your paper. You are the editor of your paper. You are the designer of your paper. It does not mean that you have to write abstract at the end, abstract at the first, like that. You are the editor. You are going to fix the figures, how many figures and everything. You are the designer of their paper. So nobody can restrict that you have to go do like this, you have to do like that. No, you can able to follow your own strategy, your own figure writing techniques. So we can able to make sure that either you can write starting from back interaction like that, or else at the end, you can able to make sure that. Okay, and then introduction, and then as I already mentioned you, what are the methodology to be adopted, and then acknowledgement. So we have to give the credit for those who helped you in dosa making, example like that. So this is the steps involved in writing a research paper. Pre-writing. Pre-writing means either you write as a rough work in your notebook, or else either you write in your mind. Either you can able to write in your mind. So since we have remaining of 7 minutes more, I can able to write about next 5 minutes for the general thing. Once it stops, we have only 7 minutes, remaining. Okay. So, and then we have to write our paper. On post writing only, we have to take more time to write the paper. Post writing, that is, after writing, we have to go to the phase of post writing. Post writing means we have to take extensive time to improve the packaging of our paper and improving the quality of our paper. This is the very, very important skills what we want to write. We want to write down the due dates. Okay, how much time it required to write an abstract. So you can ask a question: what is the minimum time it has been required whenever we are going to write a paper? Okay, so I come across with this particular thing. Some people are asking so many questions since I'm coming with a particular thing. How to write a critical review? What is the methodology? That has been already. It's important to have research papers to its credit. Yes, research paper is important aspect for everyone. Yes, I will share in the PPT, and thanks for all your comments. Okay, so until the session goes, we can able to write. So we can able to see the due dates. How to write a critical review. Critical review means, we can able to take many number of papers. Many number of papers. Do you think for a research article, number of pages should be, do you think it could be lesser? Yes, sir, as per IEEE, they are telling that minimum pages should be of 8 pages. Minimum 8 pages. After 8 pages, you have to pay the over pages, over charges. Okay, over page charges. So as I saying, for publication, we should spend a limited amount. No need to pay for money. So here, we can, if your certain journals are taking more number of pages without asking extra charges. Okay, so pages does not matter. Our content matters. How much we are giving the content, that is the matter. Okay, so that is what we require. So whenever we are making this particular aspect of case, so we should understand about the various knowledge which has been given to this particular thing. So whenever we are working in this particular strategy, we can able to understand that, the time management plays a role, because many people will be telling, sir, I don't have enough time. Okay, I don't have enough time to write a paper. Okay, my time is because I'm working and I'm having so much of task is there, and don't have time, So many people are telling like that. I'm telling you can fix a time chart. You can fix a time limit for the papers, for the journals. Okay, every day you spend 25 to 30 minutes for writing a paper. Just 25 to 30 minutes for writing a paper. So I think it is disconnected. Somebody is telling it is disconnected. I don't know why. Okay, is it so? Yes, please share. We haven't. One question. I think the questions. If I clear plugger, the questions is going on. I can't be able to see the questions. Please, can you raise on the PPT? Thanks for all excellent information. Thank you for the comments. Nice one, excellent. Okay, because I'm reading the question, it is going one by one, so I can't able to. Okay, how to identify unpaid Scopus journals, sir? There are so many things are available. The journal, it is a very big ocean. Okay, so where we can able to understand that since. Sir, madam is telling that we have time to continue. So no problem. I'm continuing. No problem. I can answer all your queries. And please adjust that, I cannot be able to now open the F5 mode because I want to answer the questions as well. Okay. PPT file for this session is not out. It's available. It's available. PPT file is available. Okay, fine. So here, time management is very, very important. So every day, if you are spending just 10 minutes, okay, just 10 minutes per day, you can write a very good paper. Just 10 minutes. Okay, because everybody is having their own work, official work. Okay, official work, and also where so many works they are doing. But in spite of that, we can spend some possible time. That's what I'm telling. Okay. Some it's a dish for eating. Yes, it's a dish for eating. Dosa is Indian food. Okay, PPT. Okay, fine. Also, just for the okay, fine. So here the time management, and after that we have to break down the works. Okay, what is the difference between abstract and summary? Abstract means abstract is a summary of your article. Abstract is a summary of the article. Summary of the article. Summary means, in the English subject, when your school days, they would have been teaching about the hints development. So that hints making is abstract, because many people will not be reading our complete paper. They will read only our abstract. Within that abstract itself, we have to catch them to read our entire paper. That is our objective. That is our objective, For this is like if you're interested to watch a movie. For example, if you're going to watch a movie, while watching the movie, you may see so much of trailers. What is a trailer? Trailer is making you to kindle you to watch the entire movie. So trailer is called as abstract. Trailer. We have to give a very fascinating trailer for a movie like Avengers, for the movie like Expandables, for the movies like various other things. We are giving a very big trailer. So our trailer kind of impression should be there in our abstract. So that's what I'm telling we have the summary of our paper is just like a thing. We have to give a trailer. Kindly explain how to choose a journal. See, journal, we have to choose based upon its impact factor, based upon its thing, and based upon its reputation. What is included in the post-writing? Post-writing means, checking the grammar mistakes. How to define the time frame of studies for survey. Moreover, how to determine how many studies to include in the review. What is standard criteria for this? So the time frame depends upon the individual. Normally, I used to work throughout the night time. Night time is my work for writing a paper, because during the night time we won't get any disturbance. Okay, so we can able to spend the full night to write a paper, because we'll get some thought process, and we can able to take sure that it depends upon the individual how we are spending the time. That's what I'm telling during the COVID-19 corona period, the lockdown period is a precious time for researchers. Researchers can make use of this time effectively to write some papers. I wrote 2 books in this lockdown period. 2 books. One book is on electric vehicle. One book is on a solar system. So I am from humanities, but I'm thankful that approach was multidisciplinary. Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you for your comment. So we are moving on to our presentation as well. Should references be included? Yes, references should be included in the plagiarism check. Many people are checking the plagiarism without references. That is not good. We have to. You can ask a question, sir. How to change the reference? How to change the reference? No need to change the reference. Change the order of the reference. References are maybe there are so many styles for reference. APA style, Mendeley styles, a number of styles available. You change the style of the references. You change the style of the references. Which subject published very useful journal? All journals are publishing very useful. For the review paper, how many references are sufficient on general basis? IEEE telling that 15 papers, 15 is essential. But I recommend you, we can able to make use of more number of journals, more number for then only our paper will be get a complete structure. For an example, even you can know which journal is perfect for my manuscript. For an example, if you are writing a paper on education, there you can submit your paper for IEEE transactions on education. If your paper is on renewable energy, submit your paper on Journal of Renewable and Sustainable Energy Reviews. You should have a list of journals which is coming under your stream. Sir, can you suggest some ideas from your point of view for young researchers? See, young researchers, you have enough time. Okay, so when your age goes up, your energy level will be get down. Your energy level will get down, and you can be very much busy with your work. You will be very busy with your family and all other, because we need to spend time as well. Okay? So as a young researchers, you have to increase your profile to the maximum within 35 years of age. This is the secret I'm going to give for the young researchers. Within 35 years of age, improve your profile to the max. After 35 years, this profile, what you have maintained, what you have taken for your profile, that should give your reputation. You have to sit. That's what many people are doing a mistake. Out to 35 years, they're not concentrating on research. And after 35, the people are pushing to publish more scopus, index. They don't have energy. They don't have enough students. Even they have students. The students are very poor in technical field. how they can find a paper, how they can provide a paper. So within 35, we have so much of energy level. With this energy level, you publish the papers and go pile up your paper profile to the max. Don't get satisfied of your profile at any time. Okay, so what is a tool for plagiarism? There are so much of tools available. Authenticate software, Turnitin software, Urkund softwares are available. So explanation, thank you for your comments on those are preparation. Because I want to give an explanation. Because, some people may not have, some technical aspects. They can write a paper of their own. Even in Tamil Nadu or some places in India, they put column in front of their house. You can able to write a paper on this column making. You can able to write a paper. For an example, you don't have any technical content. For an example, you are teaching physics in your class. You are teaching physics in your class. Okay, for the 2 years, you collect the results of your physics subject. You give some, what are the methodology you're adopting for the physics subject in your class. Okay, so what are the things, physics subject you are giving as a thing. After that, you are combining all the results. You can able to publish a paper. The journal name is International IEEE Transactions on Education. There are so many journals for education. Your day-to-day activity can also be get recorded as a publication. On seeing your paper, many people will refer you, will be able to follow you. We need the followers for research. We need a big followers for research. That is what the things we require. So here in the chat box, I hope I'm giving the answers for everyone, So still our presentation is more, okay. So and then we have to make a week. Can we use a method or other method in a paper for simulation? Yes. Yes, we can use some methods in our simulation paper, but simulation quality should be very pleasing one, So there are various tools for improving the quality of the paper. One secret I'm telling you. For improving your quality of your paper, use Adobe Acrobat Reader. Adobe Acrobat Reader. Okay. And one question is asking you how to reduce the plagiarism. See, there is no worries of plagiarism. Plagiarism means, okay. So is there any software available for language? There are so many softwares available for language correction. Even MS Word will correct your English language. But you try to understand that, all these softwares, okay, all the softwares, it is only as a testing, but we have to improve our quality. When you are writing the paper of your own, there is no need for plagiarism software. You're saying 3 to 4 lakhs for purchasing a plagiarism software. If you are writing a paper of your own, there is no need for plagiarism software. If you are improving your skills to write a very good English, there is no need for English software. So we have to be checked for the longer goal. Okay, so we are paying money for publication. I don't think it's a valid for our good journal. See, some publications, they have to run their office. They have to give the wages for the employees over there. So there is no wrong in paying the thing. But there are so many journals where they publish a paper for free. Okay, but you have to wait for some time. I waited for 2 to 3 years for publishing a paper in IET, Circuits, Devices and Systems, where I submitted the paper in 2018 and published only in this month of 2020. So if you have the enough strategy to wait, or if you can able to have the patience for waiting, you can wait and you can able to publish as a free. But the meanwhile, if you have any urgency in publishing, then we have to pay. There is no other go. Okay. So on the next slide, I'm going to tell about knowing the audience, because our audience are highly scholarly peoples, and then over there. Okay. So we have to check for the audience. We have already been given title. We have already explained, abstract. While writing abstract, what is the methodology? I have already explained you. It should be 250 words and it should be 1 paragraph. Write the abstract in the past tense. So this is some of the secrets. So don't think that I'm moving across the slides because of the time. Okay, we can able to move that. And one question, sir, please conclude. Isharani madam. They're asking to please conclude. Okay, just 2 minutes. Okay, I can able to conclude. Okay, so I can able to conclude. directly to my things, because this is the presentation which I given to this case. Okay, fine. How to avoid plagiarism? So how to avoid plagiarism? Plagiarism can be avoided. Okay, first case, if you're writing the paper of your own, okay, there is no tool for writing paper, sir. Tool is our hands. Tool is our hands. That's all. No need to. So tools are only to help us. Okay, and then how to avoid plagiarism? Plagiarism can be avoided by paraphrasing. How to paraphrase it? Okay, how do we get? Can we write a review paper, collect data from a long time ago, present the papers and compare together based on the, yes, we can do it. I should not share my link in the previous comment section. Sorry, my bad. I see comment using my name, but it's not me. It's okay. Please comment. Okay, no problem, sir. How can we improve the research portion with statistic with the help of graph and with the help of pictures? Sir, how to choose? Thank you very much. Okay, thank you. And then the whole team. Okay, fine. So I'm just, okay. So paraphrase means, you take one sentence. I love India. This is a sentence. If you publish this sentence, okay, if you publish this sentence, okay, it will be get plagiarized. So what we have to do, we can able to make sure that this sentence can be rewritten by ourselves. India is my country. Instead of that, you can write the country where I am living at present and love most is India. Just to change the word, it will not go for plagiarism. So what is the difference between Scopus, SCI? Okay, so here I'm going to give you the order of the journals. The top order is SCI, Science Cited Index. Science Cited Index. Okay, SCI. Next one is SCIE, that is Science Cited Index Expanded. And the third one is, okay, and the third one is, the collectively SCI and SCIE comes under the Web of Science, okay. And the next one, okay, SCI, SCIE, and next one ESCI, Emerging Science Cited Index, okay, Emerging Science Cited Index. And after that, we speak about Scopus. Okay, so Scopus, ESCI, SCIE, and SCI. Always target publishing in SCI. And one participant, sir, is asking about what is the requirement? What is the general requirement of a Scopus? Not only Scopus journals, sir, all the journals are expecting only one thing: novelty of your paper, novelty, reduced plagiarism, and some pleasing appearance of your paper. All journals. Okay, so and one more participant is asking, how can we improve English for effective writing of a paper? We have to improve the English. That's all. Okay, I don't refer any tools, but we have to improve ourselves. Okay, then fine. And some are asking about either we can use online tools for plagiarism checking. Okay, don't use online tools. Okay, I can give you one secret. If you want to check the plagiarism with the Turnitin or Authenticate, you can send a paper to me, but I won't publish your paper. Okay, I will assure you, and I will send you the plagiarism report within 5 minutes. Okay, so some journals are not included in the UGC care list. Can you say that the journals which are not? No, you just, as I said, selection of journals can be made only with this particular hierarchy: SCIE, ESCIE, and SCI, and then Scopus. And one participant is asking, how can we earn money with publications? Directly, we cannot earn money. Publications will improve your reputations. Using that reputation, you can earn money. You cannot sell your paper, but normally that is also going. There is no free plagiarism checker, sir. Authenticate and Turnitin, you can rely on that, because all the journal offices, they are using only Authenticate and Turnitin, because there is an initial check of our paper. Okay, and one participant is asking about the impact factor. Okay, by that we can conclude after that, because many people are asking to conclude the paper, conclude the presentation. What is meant by impact factor? Impact factor means, this is the formula to calculate the impact factor. Impact factor means, see, I can able to show you what is meant by the impact factor. Impact factor means, okay, it's a formula. Impact factor is equal to A divided by B. What is A means? For an example, if you want to find the impact factor of a journal for 2020, means the numerator will be in the 2020, you see a number of times articles published in 2018 and 19, and it's cited in 20. Okay, so not an article citation for 2020, whatever the articles published in the earlier 2 years, 18 and 19, those articles are cited in 20. That is in the numerator. In the denominator, what is the total number of articles? What is the total number of articles published by a journal? You can see many journals are telling about, that is, we are having impact factor of 10. We are having impact factor of 9. Don't believe that. No need to believe that. Okay, you can able to calculate the particular journal impact factor. So what is the impact factor of means? What is the total number of citations of the particular articles divided by how many articles are published by that particular journal. So this is the thing we can able to understand how we can able to find the impact factor of the journal. See, in this example I have given you, so they have published 600 citations. They made 600 citations. Okay, for the paper published in 18 and 19, for those the articles published in 2018 and 19, they got 600 citations. Divided by 600 citations, very high. 600 citations divided by, they published only 200 articles in the 2 years. For 1 year, they published 100 articles. So 600 divided by 200. So you can able to get, 300 articles means 600 divided by 300. It is equal to 2. What is the criteria publishing an article in the journal having impact factor more than 10? For the impact factor more than 10, even I published an article in IEEE transactions on energy conversion, IEEE. The only one thing is our work should be very normal. Our work should be, sir, may I ask why you are not talking my question? Sir, Parasar, sir, can you retype your question, sir, because it is going very fast in the chat box. Abudai Parasar, sir, can you please type your question once again, please, sir? I missed your question because the questions are going one by one, because I'm not writing also, it's also going, So if you can able to retype, I'm very sorry for that, Abudai, sir. Okay. So you can able to understand that, and one person is asking about what self-citation. Yes, self-citation will degrade your profile. No need to go for self-citation. For an example, how to make a thing, you send your papers to your friends and peers and making them to cite your paper in their article. Don't cite your article in your publication. That is called self-citations. Okay, many people are doing that. No need to do that. Okay, so that is not a good approach. Okay, how to write introduction about the chapter. That's what I'm telling you. In the same dosa making, you start how many persons are working in the dosa, okay, and then what are the advantages, disadvantages of the various peoples who are doing the particular dosa, and finally end up with the drawbacks of the various dosa making methods, and end up with your introduction with your proposed work. With overcoming all the drawbacks, we are proposing a dosa. This dosa is very good. Like that, you complete your introduction chapter. Okay, so when we Nisha Rani ma'am is asking about please arrange webinar. Thank you, ma'am. And Geeta ma'am is asking, when we publish it, I use it. Sometimes the journal, yes, ma'am. Sometimes the journals are removing. Okay, many of the journals are getting removed. The reason is the quality of the journals. Okay, many people's, because one thing I have to tell you, if all the peoples are falling in the same journal, because UGC is taking a list about the scholars who are publishing the papers. When they're seeing the list, all the papers are published in the same journal. That's what they're removing the papers. That's what the problem, what the research scholars also doing. They are seeing only the shortest part. Sir, I will write a paper. I will not sit to write a paper, but I want a paper. I will not sit and write a paper, but I want a paper. Okay, I want a paper. Want a paper. Okay, so after writing a paper, I want to get acceptance within 1 day. After getting the acceptance in 1 day, the paper should be published and DOI number should come within 1 day. After that, I want to get more number of citations. It should be indexed in Scopus. This is very, very bad. Within 1 week, nothing can be happened. So we have to take across that, this is a long journey. Research is a long journey. No urgent, no hurry in this particular thing. Choose a journal which is having that's what I'm giving the impact factor. Quick process of searching international reviewer before submitting a paper in Elsevier. See, this is 2 cases. In the Elsevier, we have to give the names of the reviewers as well. Select the reviewers based upon their profile. Go to their website, select their profile, because many of the peoples will not respond. Okay, we have to select their profile and please check that whether they made some good publications in the area in which you are publishing. Okay, and then after their concurrence, give their paper. Our quick process of searching international reviewer, that's what I'm telling, because we can able to understand that how much time they can able to take, because many reviewers will not respond very fast. They will tell that they will be in the travel, they will be in the presentations, they will be in the classrooms, they will not spend much of the time. So we have to get their concurrence that, so we are submitting a paper, can I include, and before submitting also we can submit the abstract. Sir, with this abstract, are you eligible, or can you give your concurrence in which I can give your name as a reviewer? There's no wrong in it. No hide and seek in this particular play. Send your title and a crisp of your abstract and ask their concurrence, sir, can I give your name? I feel that you are very good in this particular area. So can I give your name as I accept? So, sir, which is only abstract should be written in the past tense or full tense? See, not only abstracts, sir, the introduction chapter, also the work, what you are citing, you have to write in the past tense, and your work should be write in the present tense or past tense. So mostly the paper should be in the past tense. That is, work has been completed. Okay, and then this is the very, very important slide. Quartile ranking, because now many of the people are working, are there in the quarantine. It's not quarantine, it's a quartile. So this can be obtained by scimago.com, SCIMAGO.com. So in this particular website, you type the title of the journal. You can just type the title of the paper, title of the journal article. You should write the type, or else ISSN number. Okay. After that, it will give you the whether your journal is available in the Q1 or Q2 or Q3 or Q4. So you have to fix your vision, fix your goal for Q1, because in most of the countries, either Malaysia, Singapore, and United States or Canada, they expect the people to publish in Q1 type of journals. What is Q1? Q1 will be in the top impact factor distribution level. Top impact factor distribution level. So top impact factor distribution level means, that is in the Q1. And Q2 is the second level. Q3 in the third level. Q4 in the fourth level. So even the paper in SCI or Web of Science, even those, all the SCI journals are not in the Q1. All the Web of Science journals are not in the Q1. We have to check whether your journal is in Q1. It is all in the impact factor and consistency of the journal, which is doing the quality publications. Then only it will reach in the Q1 level. For any interviews, for any job promotions, for postdoc interviews, okay, they will ask how many Q1 journals you published. Throughout your lifetime, okay, at least a minimum 1 or 2 Q1 is a lifetime credit. What if you do not publish in UGC CAT journals and publish high impact factor? Will we get points? Yes, we will get points in impact, because whenever you are submitting a research proposals, we can able to show our thing. What is H factor plus Q factor? So Q factor is a quartile factor, H factor is H index. Next time coming, sir. The next slide, I will tell you what is H index. Okay. What is meant by H index and what is meant by citations, I will give you in the next slide. What is H index? H index means Hirsch index. Hirsch means it is the name of a scientific statistics scientist. Hirsch. We can able to calculate H index with a formula. For an example, you just to follow this particular example of H index. Is it good to submit the same manuscript different at the same time? No, that is not ethics. Abhishek sir, that is not fair to send the papers of the same title of the same thing to different journals. Okay, but many people are doing what they are doing. They will write one paper and they will send for 3 journals. They will send for 3 because we don't have time to wait. We don't have time to wait, to get the acceptance. So they will send for 3 journals. So after sending to the 3 journals, out of 3, this person will reject the paper. And this person is accepting the paper. We will be very happy. So, okay, that is also few people are doing. But that is not publication ethics. Okay, we should publish because we are giving the statement at the end that we are not sending the same paper to other journals, because now your submission is interlinked with ORCID, ORCID. So when you're sending with the ORCID, even the submission of your paper can be tracked. Even reviewer can track your paper that you are submitting to the multiple journals. That will get to the rejection. Whether, okay, fine. So the Hirsch index means, you follow this example, you go to the Google Scholar page of any person, you can see some citations. We know what is meant by citation. Citation means if I am writing a paper, if you are using my name and my paper name in your paper means, okay, if you are using my name and my paper name in your paper means I will get 1 citation. Like this, many people are publishing, so I am getting citation. Fine. So I am publishing 4 papers, sir. I am publishing 4 papers, okay, which is available in the Google Scholar. So where I am having 10 papers, okay. Because, sir, I'm 1 second. Share, okay. How to publish easily in Anna University and Akshara 1 journals. Abhishek Gupta sir is asking, is it good to submit? That's what I'm answered. And how to publish easily in, so that's what, all the scholars are asking to publish easily. Sir, research is not easy. Please try to understand, it is not an easy task. We have to work hard. See, if you want to get paper to be published very easy means, our paper should have the high technical merit, very good experimental results, very good comparative analysis, plagiarism less than 8%. Then only it will publish easily, sir. If not, means, if you publish a paper, reviewer will take 6 months. It will go for major revision. After going for major revision, it will go for minor revision. After minor revision, even the paper will get rejected. After minor revision, 1 more minor revision. So it will take more than 1 year if the paper is not of technically merit. That's what I'm telling we have to make a post writing. Post writing, sir, if my paper plagiarism, but it is a bit transformed from a copy, would it create a problem if I clear my plagiarism? But it's a bit transformed. Yes, sir. Okay. We should be assured that, our paper is similarity index is less than 10, because later it will be create quite a problem to us, and we can able to, even if you feel that the paper is having some plagiarism, we can withdraw the paper. We can withdraw the paper and sending a mail to the editor that, sir, this paper is got plagiarism, so I will request you to please withdraw my paper, and because I'm going to publish the paper together some other journals like that. So now we're coming back to the H index. So what is meant by citations. After citations, out of my 10 papers, first paper having 30 citations, 30 citations. Second paper is having 20 citations. Third paper is having 12 citations. 12, and fourth paper is having 7 citations. Okay, and so 12 and as well as 7. So we can able to understand that by counting itself, we can able to see that you are having the H index of 4. 30, 20, 12 and 7. After that, your citation is getting decreasing. Citation is decreasing. 4, 3, 2, like that it's coming. So the point at which your citation is getting reduced, that is the count of your H index. That is by seeing a Google Scholar. See, you can open any one of the scholars, Google Scholar. You just count how many papers are in good citations. After checking the citation, one such time the citation will get reduced. After 6, it will not go to 7. It will go to 4, 3, 2, like that. At that particular time, out of that, you can be able to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's getting H index of 6. It's H index of 6. Okay, so that's similarly, some papers are having the citations more than 10. Let me assume if your paper having citations of more than 10, one paper is having 30 citations, one paper is on 20 citations. Both the papers are more than 10 citations. So you will get H10 index of 2. So many people, so accumulation of H index of individual will improve the H index of the department. It will improve the H index of the college. It will improve the H index of the university. Overall, it will improve the H index of our nation. It's a nation building measure. So what we have to do, whenever you publish a paper, you try to send the paper to your friends and peers and ask them to cite your paper. Whether they are citing or not, it depends upon that particular thing. But you can request them. I published a paper. That's what we have to use the social media to a greater extent. WhatsApp, Facebook, Twitter, you use whenever you get a new paper publication, you send the paper to your friends and ask them to cite your paper. That is, it is not a one-day work to improve your citation. Day by day, it will be get improved. Okay. So our next thing is, we have seen about H index. So we can able to make a citations with the Google Scholar or else with the author scholars. Okay. So I took more time. I'm very much sorry for that, and thank you so much for your patience and thank you so much for your wonderful questions, because I've taken more than time. Okay. So we have started from 6:15. I slated to end by 7:15. I've taken half an hour extra. Now the time is 7:45. Even though I skipped a few slides, because I'm not speaking from the slides. I'm speaking from my heart. I'm speaking from my experience. I'm speaking from the unsuccessful stories, what I have undergone in my life. Okay, so this is the thing I wish to explain it. Okay, so if you want to contact me, you can contact with this particular number which is in the screen. Okay, thank you so much for IFERP for giving me this opportunity. Can you repeat site name QR? Site name for Q for quarantine, not quartile. Quartile, QUARTILE. How to select a research topic and area. That is, if you have some interest in this particular area, even you are from mechanical, you can take a topic from machine learning. If you are having interest in machine learning, nobody can force you to take a topic. Okay, what better publication to go for journals, high impact factor, even though no. The paper should be of your discipline. Don't go outside of your discipline while publishing a paper, because whenever you're going to attend an interview for research grants, for an example, you are writing a proposal on image processing. But you're having all the publications on renewable energy. Your proposal will not get selected. So at the maximum, try to publish your papers in your domain. At the maximum. 1 or 2 outside papers, interdisciplinarily like that. 1 or 2. But focus all your papers like that. What is the three difference between the survey and review paper? Both are same. How to increase citation? Citation can be increased by, that's what I'm telling you, by sending your papers and asking the people to make sure that, to cite your papers like that. So thank you so much. I hope I answered the questions. Wonderful participants. Okay. Thank you so much for IFERP. If you have any more questions, even at the later stage, you can contact me I'm ready enough. You can visit my website and you can able to make sure that we can able to have a wonderful session. Thank you for Janila madam for coordinating this wonderful event. Because is there any number of validity number? Because the questions are running. I cannot able to see. It's keep on running. So many people will be getting even angry that some questions are not answered because the questions are running. Because at the same time 5 or 6 questions are coming, it's going in the very running. Is there any validity number of reviewers for our paper, especially it comes from academia? Would you come? No. So we have to make a dissemination of our paper at the large extent. That is our paper to be available to all the peoples. Our paper to be available all the peoples, or to be in the hands of everyone. Then only we can able to understand that we can able to share this particular aspect, that many peoples can work in our domain, and we can able to give them some kind of contribution to our research domain. Thank you so much, and be safe and be secure during this quarantine period. Use this quarantine period effectively for writing a paper, and if you need any help, you can contact me. Thank you, and I hand over the mic to Janila Mustafa madam. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. With this, we come to an end of our webinar. On behalf of the entire IFERP family, I would like to thank our respected speakers, Dr. Habib and Dr. Alexander, for this tremendous presentations. I'm sure all our fellow researchers, students, and academicians out there are happy and thankful for enlightening us with all these informations and tips and tricks that we all will be benefited throughout our career. Thank you, sir. I would also like to thank all the attendees who has been with us from the beginning and supporting us. It is an honor to be part of IFERP family, where we connect all the researchers out there from across the globe. For all my fellow colleagues and researchers who has missed the live webinar, you need not worry. You can get the recorded video from our IFERP official website, as well as our YouTube channel. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel to get all our updates and presentations. You can also follow us on Facebook as well as on all our social media platforms to view our upcoming events and call for papers. So thank you all once again. It's great to see all of us together even during this pandemic and imparting knowledge to one another. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
So stay home, stay safe. Good night all. Thank you. For all those who have queries regarding how to get these certificates, you can sign up to the IFERP website. Give necessary details regarding your login. If you are already an IFERP member, you have to sign in and log in and download your certificates. If you are not an IFERP member, you can sign up with necessary details and download your certificates. If you have queries or papers to publish, you may send us the papers to IFERP publishing website, where you can visit our website and submit your papers via the link. For certificates, you may sign up. I have shared the link on the description box, in the chat box. Kindly sign in to this. If you're an IFERP member, sign in and log into your account and you may download the certificates.